got clear in 15 minutes. Got clear. I'm 15 minutes away from the airport. So basically saying they were on the way to the airport. And then also over at Act 11, defendants Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston and co-conspirator 2 flew from Chicago to San Diego via airplane ticket procured by co-conspirator 3. Wait, hold on. Let me put that in perspective again. So defendant Wilson. Okay, cool. So everybody flew from Chicago. Wait, co-conspirators from Chicago then. Never mind. Remember I said co-conspirator 2 might be local? No, he's from Chicago. So Wilson, Jones, and Lindsay, they're on the same ticket. Houston and co-conspirator 2 might be on another ticket or separate tickets from each other. And they all flew from Chicago to San Diego via airplane. And co-conspirator 3 used OTF credit card 1 to get all of those. Over at Act 12, on August 18, 2022, defendant Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston and co-conspirator 2 traveled towards LA. Okay, so they basically get to exactly what I said. They flew to San Diego to probably lay low, you know what I mean, in case people were wondering. You know, it's easy to track shit like that. Be like, oh, they didn't went to LA. They went to San Diego, but San Diego is driving distance from LA. They drove to LA, and then they met with Grant. Remember, Grant got flew by private jet, which we got to figure out who Grant is. That sounds like a big dog. Yo, y'all niggas is in first class in economy. This nigga's in a private jet. Okay, and then Grant purchased all 4 black ski masks from Sport Goods Store in LA using cash. Right? So he bought 4 black ski masks. Then he used a credit card ending in so Grant also has the credit card. So cool, let me write that down too. Grant also has a OTF credit card. So this got to be a big dog a bit. Who's Grant? Chat, could we, his name is Kevon Grant. Who is he? Does anyone know who he is yet? Is it this guy? Who's that? I know that's Vonnie, but like, what's his Instagram name? What's Vonnie's Instagram name? Oh, this is him? OTF Vonnie? What's his Instagram name? I can't find his Instagram name. OTF Vonnie. Is this him? Is this him? I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, this is him. Yo, I think any nigga's a killer if he take more than 5 pictures trying to hide his face. Like, nigga, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. 1, 2. He just cut his head off. 3. What the fuck? His head not even in the photos. 4. 5. Yo, yeah. Come on, bro. This thing is taking headless photos. What's going on? 5. 6. He's covering the face in this one. What the freak? Yeah, he didn't want. Yeah, this man do not look at the camera ever. Oh, yeah. This him, right? This was King Von's manager? I thought King Von's manager was Track. Who? Let me use another thing. Sorry. Who is King Von manager? You're only going to see James Francois, which is Track. Huh. But I know Track also wind up in Melly. I know there's probably another road manager or something like that. Okay, whatever. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so Otiavani, aka Kevon Grant, used the second credit card. Sorry, chap. Used the second OTF credit card and rented a hotel for the co-conspirators in LA. Okay? They stayed at the Universal City Hotel. Let's Google that. Okay. Universal City Hotel. Is it Hilton? Oh, no. Anyway, who cares? On August 18, in and around, this is Overt Act 15, by the way. In and around Los Angeles, California, defendant Grant met with the co-conspirators, provided defendant Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 with firearms. So this guy has the guns, including a firearm that had been modified to operate as a fully automatic to kill TB. Okay? So he gave somebody a gun with a switch, and he gave it to Jones, Lindsay, and co-conspirator 2. Okay? On August 18th, yeah, by the way, there's a snitch in this. It is a snitch in this, clearly. It's no way you know some of this shit. It's just no way you know. Like, some of the phone stuff, I'd be like, all right, they had the phone tapped. We get that. But there's a snitch in this, clearly, right? Like, how do you know? You know, you could get from surveillance footage that he bought some ski masks. Get that. How do you know he gave the guns to these 3 guys? Or is it... Someone's corroborating this. Anyway. Over at Act 16, on August 18th, defendant Grant provided 2 cars for defendant Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 to use to find and kill Taekwon Bowman, which is Quando Rondo, a white BMW sedan, the BMW, they're going to call it from now, from a rental company in LA County, and a white Infiniti sedan, the Infiniti, with a fake license plate. Okay? Overt Act 17. So keep in mind, Grant is also using an OTF credit card, but he's charged. But he's probably also really charged because he put guns in people's hands. Co-conspirator 3, who booked flights and hotels, or booked flights and transport or whatever, they didn't get charged, but I think they might be cooperating, right? Anyway, let's keep it going. So they traveled in the BMW. Okay, so on August 18th, defendant Grant, blah, 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 traveled in the BMW and the Infiniti to a hotel in downtown Los Angeles where TB was staying. So they went to the hotel. Oh my God, these niggas is the definition of pull up. They just went to the hotel like, all right, let's go kill this nigga at this hotel. What the fuck? God damn. And he was staying in the downtown LA hotel, and they went to go kill him. Wow. So wait, let's see who was in the car. Oh. So look like, yeah, so Didi, even though Didi wasn't in the car that did the shooting, they said Didi was there, which is Wilson. Didi, Grant, and the other 3, and co-conspirator. So the way the cars must have been set up is that Wilson, co-conspirator 2, and Grant. Wilson, Houston, and Grant were in one car. Jones, Lindsay, and Houston. Jones, Lindsay, and conspirator 2 was in the other car. That's the car that fatally found them, and they ran out, and all 3 of them shot and killed, PAB, it appears. Overt Act 18 this is the next day now. On August 19th, using the BMW and Infiniti, defendants Grant and Wilson, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 traveled from the downtown LA hotel where TB was staying to try to find and kill him again. All right, yes, somebody's telling. Unless they were just tracking the cars, because how you know they were trying to kill him that day? Oh, well, they did go to this hotel. They were trying to, okay. So that could be corroborated by, stop sign footage or, camera, street sign, street cameras and stuff like that. Yeah, if they could track y'all going to the guy's hotel, yeah, y'all tried to kill him the day before. And then the next day, it looked like they went to the hotel again to try to kill him again. So that's the 19th. On the 19th, using the BMW and the Infiniti, they followed and tracked a black Escalade to a marijuana dispensary. So now they got the drop on him, right? Who did we say gave the drop? Conspirator 4 got the drop, right? So Conspirator 4 somehow got the drop. By the way, we don't see Conspirator 4 in this. Conspirator 4 is not in this chat. Remember I said Conspirator 4 is a local guy, He's a local guy who gave the drop up. So whoever that is, he gave the drop up, but he's local. From all the travels we've heard got booked, Conspirator 2 traveled, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, Houston, Grant, they all traveled. Conspirator 1 is the boss. He wasn't there. Conspirator 3, seems like they weren't there. There's booking shit with a credit card. Conspirator 2 is a shooter. Conspirator 4 is the person who got the drop. And Conspirator 5 asked Conspirator 2 to go to Southern California. So he looked like he might be somebody else within OTF, but we don't know who that is. So the local person is Conspirator 4. They got the drop. We're going to figure out how they got the drop. Here we go. So they follow and track the black Escalade to the marijuana dispensary located on blah, blah, blah. On August, using the BMW and Infinity, defendant Grant Wilson, blah, 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 followed and tracked the black Escalade to a clothing store on Melrose in West Hollywood. Below is the image of the BMW and the Infinity following the black Escalade in which TB and whatever was passenger as the black Escalade traveled to the store. Oh my God. Fuck. Look at this. Yeah, these niggas were on it. So this is the car that Quando is in. This is a car tracking it. And this is, let me click on it. Quando's in here. And then there's two cars. As I said, apparently, I think this is a car back here that ends up doing it. And in that car are the three shooters that get charged, which is co-conspirator 2, not Grant, but Jones and Lindsay, I believe. Okay. Overt Act 21 on August 19, 2022, using a BMW and Infinity, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston and co-conspirator 2 tracked the Escalade to a gas station located blah, blah, blah. On August 19th, the defendant Houston drove the Infinity into an alley behind the Beverly gas station. Oh, never mind. So it was the Infinity. Oh, yeah. This is Infinity right here, which is back here. Drove the Infinity to an alley behind the gas station and parked the vehicle so that defendants Jones and Lindsay and conspirator could attempt to murder him. Wow. So from this, wow. Yo, chat, ain't this surreal? Death could literally be right around the goddamn corner, bro. You have a car right behind you, tailing you. Oh, no, actually, never mind. It's not right behind him. I don't know why. Oh, it's because they zoomed in. My stupid ass think this car is right behind us. No. The cars are over here. Sorry. My stupid fucking ass. Yeah. Okay, the cars are back here and here. So it looked like they kept a 2-car distance, but they're still following. Man, that's a good way to follow somebody. Yeah, because if you follow them right behind them, they see you. But if you're 2 cars behind, it's harder to see you. So I guess this car back here is following this car because he can't really keep up with the Escalade. And this car is going to stay probably 2 cars behind, or 1 car at least, behind the Escalade, that the Escalade can't see this car, right? Because if you're right behind the Escalade, if the driver looks up in the rear view thing, he sees you. But if you have 1 car in front of you, don't really look like much. So he's keeping a 1-car distance. And then this car, which is a tail car, is keeping a 1-car distance of this other car. So he don't know what Quando is doing, but he's just following this car. And optimally, the car that gets the drop first is the Infinity, which is right there. Fuck. Okay. Wow, chat. All right. And yeah. Overt Act 23. On August 19, 2022, at the Beverly gas station, defendants Jones, Lindsay, and co-conspirator 2 used the firearms procured by Grant, including the fully automatic firearm, to shoot at TB's car, striking and killing Lil PAB, who was standing next to TB's car while TB was inside. The images below show the defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator firing their guns at Quando's black Escalade. So these guys came from here. They parked in the alleyway. Quando is inside this car, and they're just trying to fucking Swiss cheese it. The shooters are clearly they're better seen here. Wow. They're better seen here shooting. Does it look like 3 or 2? This is 1. This is 2. But look like somebody else might be there. I don't know. Might be 3, right? On August 19, 2022, the Infinity driven by defendant Houston. Okay, so Houston's the driver. So we get it now. All right, let me put that. Houston driver of Infinity with passengers. We're writing all this down, chat. Don't worry. With passengers who? Jones, Lindsay, and co-conspirator 2. Jones, Lindsay, co-conspirator 2. Which means the other car would have been the BMW, right? And we don't know who drove that. Let's see if we can find it, though. Because remember the BMW? So the BMW is here. So we got to think that the BMW, the only other 3 people that would be involved, right, would be Grant, Wilson. Yeah, Grant and Wilson are in that car, right? So Grant and Wilson are in that car. BMW has Grant and Wilson. Okay. Yeah. So BMW and Infinity, Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, Houston, and co-conspirator, whatever. Yeah, and then, okay, cool. So Grant and Wilson are in the BMW. Perfect. On August 19th, defendant Houston drove. Okay. All right, cool. Bet we know now. Perfect. Okay, overt Act 24. On August 19th, in the Infinity driven by the defendant Houston, defendants Joan blah blah fled the alleyway behind the Beverly Center after they killed him. So they hopped back in the Infinity and they drove behind the alleyway, or the alley behind the gas station, the Beverly gas station, after they killed him, right? Cool. On that date, they all traveled to a hamburger restaurant where they discussed, among other things, payments to defendants. Yeah, there's a snitch. There's a snitch, Chad. There's a snitch. It's a snitch. There's a snitch. Okay, let me write this down as another thing. Possible cooperants. It has to be a cooperant, Chad. It has to be. How the fuck would they know that this conversation went on there, right? They went. I think co-conspirator 2 is remember I told you co-conspirator 2 is either dead or telling. I think he's telling. Chad. I think he's telling. So immediately they go. So the possible cooperants are going to be, let me see. Fuck. Possible cooperants are going to be Grant, Wilson, Lindsay, Jones, Houston, and co-conspirator 2. Already co-conspirators 2 names jump off the page. Like co-conspirator 2, you said everybody else's name. And why is co-conspirator 2 who pulled the trigger, why is his name not there? Why is his name not there? You name the guy who got the guns. You name the guy who drove the car. But you don't name one of the 3 who pulled the trigger. So I'm thinking it's co-conspirator 2. But we'll put everybody's names in there for now. Cool. Okay. All right. Travel. All right. Cool. So they were discussing payments. The reason why I think there's a cooperant, you have to be one of those people to know what that conversation would be in that burger spot. Again, obviously we know that a burger spot might have cameras, so they might have proof that these guys went in there. But what would you know about the nature of the conversation unless someone told you, right? Someone had to tell you, right? Overt Act number 26 on August 19, using an OTF credit card 1, co-conspirator 3 purchased airlines tickets from San Diego to Chicago. So they bought tickets from San Diego to Chicago, so they have to go back to San Diego because remember they're still in LA. And they bought tickets for Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2. Yeah, co-conspirator 2. I think that's the person, bro. I think that's the person. I think that person is cooperating. I think they're gonna get a 5K1 letter. I think they're gonna get on the stand snitching. And if I'm right, I'll tell you how I could know if I'm right. If I'm right, co-conspirator 1 is gonna get locked up. Because if we go all the way up, let's remember what page I'm on. I'm on page 12. Page 12. Remember that. If I go all the way up, it says co-conspirator 1 instructed. You're going to see co-conspirator 1 using coded language told co-conspirator 2. Told Wilson and co-conspirator 2. So co-conspirator 2 could put co-conspirator 1 in jail, and co-conspirator 1 is the boss. So co-conspirator 1 is either dead. If he's dead, it's probably a good thing for co-conspirator 1. But if he's alive, and if he's telling, he directly puts co-conspirator 1 in jail. Because if he gets on that stand and says, this guy told us to do the murder, and let's say the feds tell him, yo, you'll do 15 years. Because remember, it's still a murder. You pulled the motherfucking trigger. You'll do 15 years. You'll parole after 15. Okay? But we want number 1. And according to this indictment, number 1 used coded language to tell co-conspirator 2 that I will pay a bounty or monetary award for anybody who kills Quando. That puts co-conspirator 1 in a jail cell. If co-conspirator 1 isn't dead. See, that's the thing. We got to go dead. Co-conspirator 1, there is nobody for him to snitch on. So we're going to eliminate him being a snitch. He can't be a snitch. Co-conspirator 1 is going to be either dead or, I know I said can't be a snitch, but 6ix9ine did organize some murders and did tell. So I want to bring that back a little bit. But in this case, it wasn't like a situation like how we saw with like 9 Trey. And even at the top of the ring with 9 Trey, that was a racketeering, and 6ix9ine wasn't at the top of the ring, even though you think he was. It was actually Mel Murder was at the top of the ring based on how the gang organization broke down. You know what I mean? So, but here at the top of the ring for the conspiracy, even though it's not racketeering, it's co-conspirator 1, which means he can't tell on nobody. I mean, he could tell on the people below him, but he still is guilty for everything they're saying. Without him, none of them do anything. Without co-conspirator 1, no murder happens. Without co-conspirator 1, no one travels to LA for a murder. So co-conspirator 1, if he's not dead, this puts him in the crosshairs of possibly being indicted, right? But I think he's only indicted if Wilson, which is Didi, if Didi snitches, which we know OTF niggas, they're not snitching. Grant hide his face on every picture. He don't look like he telling at all. Or co-conspirator 2. But it's funny already because co-conspirator 2's name is not mentioned, and he's a trigger puller. So I'm thinking he's cooperating. And if he's cooperating, as I said, I think 1 is going to be in jail if he's not dead. Okay? Cool. All right. Let's get back to page 12. Cool. Everybody keeping up with me? Is everybody, somebody said an OTF Cash App card? Somebody said, why is this not a RICO? So the reason why it's not a RICO, and again, I'm not an official federal attorney, but we do our ghetto lawyer shit here. I would think that because they believe that the way this criminal enterprise, like, they probably tried to make it a RICO and waited for years to see if this level of coordination was involved in other crime, but couldn't find it, right? You need a pattern of criminal activity. You need, oh, okay, they're using an OTF credit card to book hotel suites for after niggas get whacked, you know what I mean, under the name of OTF. But it looks like there is no pattern. With the O-Block situation, looked like there was a pattern of criminal activity that led to that. They were talking about the gang beef that was happening, that was fueled by the music and all that other stuff. This, they looked like it was just literally, yo, we want to kill one guy, right? And by the way, I'm glad you asked the question about RICO because they could supersede it into a RICO, right? Here's another small possibility. The co-conspirator 2 and co-conspirator 1 will get indicted, but they'll get indicted and the racketeer statute will fall there because they're involved in much other shit and they're going to bring up murders from other places that they're going to put into this, right? This is all about Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pop. If they come with a RICO, they're going to come with other victims, right? So maybe that's why they ain't do it yet. They're going to do a superseding indictment. We don't know, all right? Let's keep it going. So, all right, cool. So they go to the burger spot, and now they're talking about money getting paid. Cool. Which, again, as I'm saying, co-conspirator 2 seems a little bit whatever. Which, by the way, again, let's say co-conspirator 2 was a hitman for OTF. He's done a couple of murders. They could have snagged him early and said, or no, maybe he was locked up before and say, yo, bro, check this out. We got you on 3 murders. We're going to charge all these guys. If you ever want to go see your kids again, you're probably looking at 20, 25. But you're fucked here. We got you on camera here. You're fucked here. You're fucked here. We really don't even give a fuck about you. You're a peon. You're just a shooter. We want to stop all of this. If you give up some people, you'll get out of jail at some point. If you don't give up nobody, you're going to die in jail. Absolutely. You pick your poison. That's a possibility. And that's where the RICO would come in, where they drop the racketeering charges and the dude comes in and says, yeah, not only did I kill Lil PAB, I killed this guy for him. This guy got killed under the name of OTF, and now it's an OTF RICO, but it's not a RICO. Yes, conspiracy just for the murder of Lil PAB. Anyway, so they talk about the yo, listen, I need my money. Yo, people gotta, for the murder for hirers and the murder for hirees, right after y'all kill somebody, I know y'all love y'all money, but it's probably not the time to meet up and have a group powwow like a mukbang over, okay, when are we getting paid for the murder that the police have still yellow taped around? Maybe it should be like, yo, listen, hit me up on, let me not give criminals any type of advice actually, but still like, yo, nobody say nothing, keep living your life. We gonna meet on the 12th day of the next month or something. Like, don't make it where they track y'all to like having the meeting about the money. Just make it seem like, okay, yeah, that wasn't us over there, and yeah, we never talked about nothing. We never really met up. But anyway, whatever. I guess we're gonna be together regardless because they were going to hop on a plane regardless to go back to Chicago. So they use a credit card. They bought airplane tickets from San Diego to California. No, from San Diego, California to Chicago, Illinois. And they return. So basically, that's easy to prove by the feds. Yo, y'all had a one-day trip. Y'all went there the 18th, right? Y'all landed. Y'all got all the shit. Tried to kill the dude today. Y'all couldn't kill him. Y'all found him to a clothing store. Couldn't kill him. Y'all killed him at a gas station. Got the wrong guy if they were trying to get Quando. By the way, what do you get if you kill the wrong guy? Y'all were told to kill Quando, but I'm pretty sure whoever, conspirator number 1 said kill anybody with them. But what do you get if you don't kill the main target, but you kill his friend? Fuck it. Wait, hold on. You know what's so funny? There's so much of this shit that look at this. Durk's like a poet. You ain't get back for your mans. You in the club, you ain't dead. Nike ski mask for the COVID. The only time you niggas wear it. Niggas ran inside my crib, but the Glock 10 was by the bend. I'll give my gun to Indy before I put it in your hand. I lost, bro. I can't be happy till we creep up on the skull. I know niggas act like they with it, but be bitches on the low. While you posting sun. Why you niggas posting true? Why you act like you support us? If you do hop in the coupe, grab a gun if you ain't with it. Put up money for a gun. Put up money for a hot car. Put up money for a bond. I don't see you on the regular, but I see you screaming Vaughn. See you screaming Vaughn. Boy, no cap. I got killers that I love and they don't rap. No cap. I got rappers that I love and they gon' splat. If I die, just don't lie, man. You niggas better slide. If you can't get the main nigga, then you better get his guys. Holy shit. Damn. Can't say this nigga was a living. If you can't get the main nigga, make sure you get his guy. Holy shit. And y'all niggas had the audacity to talk about slide for Vaughn. Jesus. All right. All right, okay. So, so they used a card to purchase airline tickets. They then flew back to Illinois and following the murder, defendant Wilson paid defendants Jones and Lindsay on behalf of the co-conspirator for their role in the murder. How much was it paid? You know me, I'm pocket watching even at that time. Count 2, beginning of the date, blah, blah. All right, come on, this is some jurisdiction shit. Let's see. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, they carried firearms. Okay. They possess machine guns, namely a 10mm caliber firearm equipped with an auto-sear conversion, that's a switch, device, which was designed and intended solely and exclusively for the use of converting a weapon into machine guns, which defendant Jones knew to be a machine gun. Forfeiture, it's a whole bunch of shit. Ooh, okay. And it was signed by Mac E. Jenkins, Assistant U.S. Attorney. And the U.S. Attorney, so these are the people probably going to prosecute right here. And this is the U.S. Attorney whose office this is coming out of. Here's the arrest warrant for Kavon London Grant, a.k.a. Cuz Vonnie. Wow. Wow. Crazy. Now, did you see this?
Subscribe. I wear foot sleep and
okay. Quando did an interview with Vlad recently, and he talked about the death of his best friend.
Well, you had a situation in LA where you lost your friend, Lil PAB. He actually died in your arms. And you said that changed you forever.
But bro, that's the main reason I just said that's the main reason. Like I said, I really don't have beef with the world. My beef is really mainly in the music industry. It's not with the world. So with that happening to my right hand mans, that's the reason I think like, but bro, I be thinking like, bro, you could have did this, he could have did this, your little partner could have did this. This nigga who from here that be with your little cousin got a plug in this place, he could have. I just think so many ways about it to the point where, bro, I done took the thought of art of war to a whole nother level, bro. And cause man, this the only thing about this life shit, my nigga. Ain't no rules. Ain't no rules. I might feel like I won't shoot up nobody's house. You might feel like that. You might feel like, I might feel like I won't shoot at nobody while they with their kids. You might feel like that. I might feel like I ain't shooting at that man hoe just cause I see her right here. You might feel like that. Bruh, it's to the point where like it ain't nobody real no more, so you don't know what can go on, what can happen. So at the same time, bro, you gotta live by no rules. And man, I'm boy black, boy, I got so older to the point now where I know like, hey, cousin, I used to think like this nigga ain't like that or that nigga ain't like that. He don't mean what he say, man. Check this out. I ain't gonna lie. I hope everybody know I mean what I say. And boy, I promise you, boy, I think you mean what you saying to me. Ain't no rules, bruh.
Yeah, anyone's capable of anything, especially when you put them in a corner.
So if you ain't got nothing to do with nothing, cause people wait the shit, bruh. Niggas commit a ass of crimes and wait till they go to jail to start praying. Bruh. Whenever you in a real detrimental situation, first person you gonna go to screaming is, God, why? And all this and all that. Bruh, that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't got, like, you see I'm setting my piece right now. I ain't got no beef with nobody. Everybody else need to go in and bring that shit out. Cause, boy, listen, man, how long... But bro, how many times how much can a person take before they just start reacting, my nigga? And I ain't talking about me. This just a message for around the world. A person can only take with so much, my nigga. Then once you go to reacting, you gonna go to reacting to everything. Now ain't no time to scream and holler.
They said that you were the intended target in that situation.
Man, bro, man. Cuz I'm about to keep it real with you, man. All that shit you heard was cap. Nobody know what the fuck really going on, bro.
Damn. You know what's so funny about the streets chat? Him saying this on Vlad's show, he knows what it's about. You know why? They had a grand jury in June. You think they did a grand jury about the attended killing of you and they ain't try to request you to do a grand jury? You think the feds ain't trying to subpoena him? Say, yo, you got to come here. Nigga, we're doing a federal investigation about some niggas who tried to kill you. So even if he didn't know at the time, he knows based on how the feds have probably told him because he's a victim. Yo, we want you to testify in this grand jury. We believe these guys were trying to kill you. He knows, but he's not going to say. He keeping the street still.
But that shit ain't really got nothing to do with me, bro.
Okay.
Like, and I love my mans. I love PAB.
I'm sorry for your loss, man. And that was your closest friend?
Nah, yeah, but I fucked it with bit, bro, nigga. That nigga was one nigga that used to actually get on my ass. Like, little bro, like, what you doing? You tripping? Let's do this. Little bro, let's go to the studio. Like, man, that man was a real nigga. He just was all about his paper. Bro had a real check. Bro could have changed niggas' lives out here.
Do you think that was the most traumatic event you ever went through in your life?
Man, hell yeah. And this why, cause bit, bro, I used to run around and be like, I ain't never got none of them. But I just felt like when nothing never happened to you and yours and y'all done did all the burning our houses. When somebody come burn your house down and the firefighters don't show up for you, that shit hurt.
Interesting.
Hurt.
There was some other part. I think there's another part I wanted to. Let me see if I could play that. Otherwise, it's kind of crazy, huh? He had talked about why he. Hold on. Yeah, he must have changed his life a lot. He said, if you slap me, I won't kill you and go to prison. Very mature way how to think now. Okay, here we go. He said, I don't got no beef with any rappers. He was talking about dropping his flag. Yeah, right here.
Without getting into any details. You said after that everything you had represented up to that point, you were done with it. Without getting into any details.
Yeah, man, but it didn't even took that situation for that happen, for me to start feeling like that, man. It always come down to realization, what you realize. Yeah. I done realized certain stuff and been like, man, I don't care about us, man. We from down south. They just want to use us. They just want to come sit in our spots. They just want to come. I don't know, man. I ain't with none of that shit, my nigga. Cause you know what's crazy? Stanley Tookie Williams resigned from Crips. You know that?
Yeah. He won a Pulitzer Prize.
Man, he won a Nobel
he won
Peace Prize.
a Nobel Peace Prize. My bad. A Nobel Peace Prize because of the books that he wrote.
Yeah, Stanley Tookie Williams wrote children books. He
Yes.
won a Nobel Peace Prize.
In prison.
Man, in prison, bro, I know. Man, bro, Stanley Tookie Williams resigned from Crooks. And he was the biggest. Him and Raymond Lee Washington.
Yeah, he was one of the founders.
Raymond Lee Washington was the co-founder.
Yeah.
Them boys made Crook to protect the community from crooked cops at first. They was bodybuilders.
Right, and racists and everything else like that.
I just said that. I really didn't want to say that. They really was protecting the community from crooked white cops.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to say that.
No, but that's the truth. It is what it is.
Man, bro, man, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Big U, man. That's my homie. You know, I've had him on the show. Real stand-up dude.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, Stanley Tookie Williams, he resigned. Why? I don't see. Ain't nobody really running around. Bro, basically what I'm saying is if he did it, it's a lot of more people could do it.
Yeah.
You could resign. I feel like you could resign, but it should always, it's one rule about anything you stand on. I don't care if you an alpha, or omega, Q-Dog. A Q-Dog and an omega is the same, right? I don't care if you a Q-Dog, a alpha, a delta, which is the
Omega Sci-Fi, yeah.
girls, I don't care if you a Freemason,
Delta Sci-Fi?
a Christian, a Muslim, a Jewish. I don't care if you just claim to screech you off or whatever. I feel like even when you step away from all that stuff, when you feel like you don't want to be a part of it, it's one rule that's in all that. No disrespect tolerated. So long as ain't no disrespect in all of it, bro, it don't even matter. And that's just in life with being a human being.
Man, listen, I support your decision 100%. People grow up. Something that
That's
worked,
what- you
something
know what
that
I
worked as a
noticed?
teenager doesn't work.
That to one of them, now they are hurt. You ain't want me to grow up. Why should I want your child to grow up?
Somebody said Durk rapped about the whole thing in an unreleased song called Beverly Hills. Is this AI though? Let me play it. Is this real? Some people say it's AI. Are real, don't it?
Niggas, you upload all your guns, but we got plenty.
Or actually, maybe it was. I can't remember the timing, but I remember thinking after the O Block 6 or 5 like got convicted. Obviously I never said nothing, but I kind of like I was like watching. I'm like, maybe this person is just heard some shit, and really their source was this. Their source was that they spoke to an investigator who told them off the record by the end of the year they were gonna have Durk and some shit. And I remember hearing that and I was like, well, I'm not gonna be irresponsible and say this. Maybe I shouldn't even say it now, but I'm am. And I was like, and also I didn't even want to be like, yo, because I know Durk. I'm like, yo, Durk, this is what I'm hearing. Because I don't want him to ask me about shit like, how the fuck? This is some media niggas who talk like some cops. And I'm like, the fuck? But nothing happened. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I do believe this is what it was. I thought it was the O Block shit. And I was like, well, I see the O Block shit. We haven't seen no superseding indictments. But I now think it's this. However, Durk isn't charged. But I don't know if the story is written fully on this yet. Somebody says search Tank on release. They're calling this song Uber Tags.
We don't claim nothing. We don't say our name and shit that other niggas say.
Let me see. Did these cars? He said Y'all won't notice it because he got Uber tax. That's smart as fuck. I'm ain't gonna lie to you. We can't see shit. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit more. Let's get the zooming going on, chat. Nah, I can't see shit on that. And you can't see shit on this one either. I'm hearing a lot of people hit me up, man. They're saying somebody's telling. They tell me somebody's telling, chat.
Yo, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. For the Mets, these niggas that went out like the O Block 6 gang. Now, on top of OTF members and shit being linked to renting the rental cars that was used in the Lil PAB hit, it's also being alleged that OTF Jam got in that jam and he squealed, gang. And I can't tell you who told me this shit, bro, but just know.
Who the hell is OTF? Oh my God, I gotta look up all these names. OTF Jam. They say he was locked up on a gun charge and had no bond. The page is deleted. Is this co-conspirator too? Is this the dude that it was rapped about Jam, get out that jam? Jam, get out that jam. One thing about that nigga Durk, man, that nigga always was rapping about facts. Blast his ass. I don't even know the ass. I even asked when it come to Cash, they gotta blast his ass. Damn, this was so hot. I think you told my FBG Cash right here, who died. I don't even gotta ask when it come to Cash. They catch and blast his ass. Jam, get out that jam, give him 50. Ain't gonna ask again. He was catching murders way back then. That's when the Mac was in. Holy, oh my God. Oh my God. I don't drink that red or that green. Bring that Aka again. Fucked her. Then she told me, then she hate me. Now she back again. And you still alive. You better lucky. Ain't no trafficking. Hate they ass so much we dig him up. Tell him die again. This is the best line right here. Niggas told me rap all the rappers pussy. Well, I ain't no rapper then. They told me what type of car is in. I had to go get that shit rapped again. They told me what type of car I'm in. Yeah, I think King Von got Durk into this like say name shit. Cause listen to the King Von verse. I ain't trying to squash no beef, nigga. We into it with you, die real street, nigga. At your funeral, I might slide, rest in P, nigga. Shoot up everybody that's outside. Bet Woofsky feel this one. Oh my God. I bet Woofsky still twitching. He changed something different. I got clips like Mel Gibson. All full with none empty. I know niggas scared to come around when I pop out outside. I done gave niggas whole head starts and still I hawked them down. That shit crazy. Let me go back.
OTF Jam got in that jam and he squealed, gang. And I can't tell you who told me this shit, bro. But just know, RICO may be wrong about some shit, but it's not intentional. And also, just know, when some story dropped, RICO behind the scenes trying to do some research. And so my research led me to an individual who told me, remember, OTF Jam just got booked for a pipe, right? Remember that. And he just got released, like, after doing like 10 years damn now. Remember that, right? So after he get booked, it's like a year later or something like that, everything started to crumble for the OTF umbrella. Now, like I said, with everything being said and done, these motherfuckers was also tracked. They was also tracked, pretty much trailing Quando Rondo and Lil PAB all the way into the gas station. Well, unfortunately, Lil PAB lost his life. R.I.P. to that young man. Just another casualty in this Chicago street war. I think a lot of people forget, like when niggas beefing in Chicago, that shit stretched beyond the southwest side. Motherfuckers will catch you in the burbs. You remember this shit with Hella Bands? His op called him in Miami. Like when it comes to this Chicago beef, it don't matter if you're a retired father who's working. Remember Hey Dog or something like that? I forgot what set he was from. Motherfuckers hopped his gate and killed him. He been quit gangbanging. He was... It's just endless cycle of violence when it comes to Chicago. And also, like when I made that mention to O-Block, I think these individuals, just like I can't say who was promised what, but we seen how the FBG Duck trial played out. People were...
Sad to say, Lil Durk has been booked, man. It's going to be a lot of videos coming out about Lil Durk, man. This is honestly sad, bro. I'm going to keep it a being. Religion while in jail. Which I agree, you see a lot of, you feel me, people, that religion, you feel me, it's like they're like a group in jail and they stay together, which is good. But man, going from being a 8, probably 9-figure man, you know, private jets, you know, mansions, to a cell, man, that must do something to you mentally that you can't even fathom, bro. And Lil Durk, honestly, he's like rap wise, he's like up there. Like he's the 21 Savages, whichever tier is the Lil Babies, 21 Savage. You put Lil Durk right in that tier, like the tier right under the Kendricks, J. Cole's, Drake's, them. He's literally the tier right below them. And you know, it's sad. Lil Durk's been in the game for so long, man. He told him about Slide for Von. He allegedly really did slide for Vom. Now he's in this situation. All we could do is pray and hope for the best. You know, I'm considering myself a realist, and I'm looking at the situation. There's snitches, like all the evidence, like OTF cards for everything, and bro, like Lil Durk is ahead of all of this. Like, I really just hope he doesn't. If Lil Durk gets life in prison, I know his heart's gonna drop. And how Lil Durk says that he hates snitches, how much he prides himself on hating snitches. Like, I always wonder to myself, if it's someone in Lil Durk's position, if it's either life in prison or you snitch and you get 5 to 10 years, are you snitching? Would you throw your whole life away? You're not going to get to see any of your kids physically grow up anymore. All your money, you have all this money right now, but that money's not, you're the breadwinner, bro. Like, 5 to 10 years, 20 years, who knows? The family's connected to you might be broke. Like, you're the breadwinner, bro. Like, it's a crazy world we live in, bro. I genuinely feel bad for Durk, but man, it's hard to even feel bad for Durk because then you'd have to feel bad for Quando, and it's the whole situation is just sad because it's all this literally started from King Von and Jania, bro. King Von, Asian Doll, Jania, like, it's just woman, bro. Woman caused this whole thing to happen. It was a chain reaction, and now we're here. But it's your boy Big X News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and please, 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 please don't, like, woman holds so much power, bro. Like, it's so crazy. And I'm out.